Alright, airport crushing difficulty. We are getting ready to engage these guys with the rockets. And in case you did not watch the last video, I need to point out that we are not just now entering this checkpoint. We've already killed all of the grabbers and the guys with the riot shields that spawned behind us, so we don't have to worry about any of that. So now we can turn our attention to these guys. It's a regular rocket guy up there with no armor. Take him out first, alright, and watch where I point right here. You see this hangar over there to the left that I just looked at? That's where a bunch of guys are going to spawn as soon as you kill one of these heavies. So just know that. That's the purpose of these videos, is to show you exactly what to expect, exactly how the spawn points work, exactly how to exploit them so nothing catches you off guard, so you can just take advantage of these maps and rape adventure. And basically we're just shooting at this guy. You notice I always shoot at the guy on the right, even when they switch places. Doesn't matter to me. And I'm aiming for center mass. I'm not trying to go for headshots from this distance, because, well, anyway, one guy dies. Alright, so I'm immediately running to the back here, because we know that as soon as one guy dies, a bunch of guys are going to spawn up there and come at us. There's going to be one regular rocket guy up there. You see him right there. Somehow he clipped the top of the hangar with his own rocket. Alright, so I always try to make sure he's dead first, because from his angle he can get a rocket over here and shoot us. And if you did watch the video prior to this one, then you happen to hear me mention, you know, the importance of conserving ammo and everything, because obviously we're gonna need it for all these guys coming at us. And basically you just sit back here. You know, we're in a good position. We're all close to each other. We can heal each other if we need to. And that's another thing to point out. These propane tanks that I brought back here, that can be dangerous if a grenade gets past you and you don't throw it back, or if you punch somebody out and they drop a grenade. If a grenade goes off to you next to a propane tank, that's usually a double explosion, which is a complete X you out. But like I said, the propane tanks are not necessary, but they are fun to use against the guys that come at you with the riot shields at the end of this wave right here, if you know how to use it properly. And ooh, I don't know what happened right there. So anyway, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, propane tanks. Like I said, the guys with the riot shields are gonna come, and I've noticed that becomes like a really problematic section for a lot of people when those guys with the riot shields come. It's a good idea, obviously, to save your grenades for it. Not a bad idea to communicate with your teammates about who's going to throw a grenade, because I don't know how many times I've played co-op and I've seen like 2 players or even all 3 players throw a grenade at the same riot shield guy at the same time. And obviously if more than one player throws a grenade at the same time, only one grenade is going to kill them. So anyway, notice where I'm standing right now. Notice where Drunk is. This is the best strategy for killing these riot shield guys, which we don't follow in here because I'm running back and forth trying to heal people. But if the person up there where Drunk is stays over there behind cover, and the person where I'm at stays behind cover, then once the riot shields approach, they get between us, so they have to look at one person or the other. So basically, if they're looking at you, your teammate can shoot them in the back. If they're looking at your teammate, you can shoot them in the back. You might not want to be standing up on top of that thing because you're wide open to cover. I mean, the basic idea is you don't want them to you know, get around behind you, so that, you know, there's nothing on the other side of them, because obviously, I mean, that's the whole purpose of the riot shield. Of course, you can shoot them in the elbow and the foot and stuff like that, but that's usually not too easy. I think Twin did just toss a propane tank at that one guy. But yeah, you can use the propane tanks to set up as traps if you want. But once they're all done and dead with, we're gonna run back out and re-engage these guys with the rockets. Notice this Apal trailer, or whatever it is, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, that I'm standing on. Big D's the one that figured that out and told me about it. This is like a sweet spot. You notice I'm just standing up here and they don't shoot me with rockets. The weird thing is, like, if all 3 players get up here, they will shoot us. But if only one player is standing up here, I've played this game many times with many different people. I've never seen them shoot the person standing up here. I don't really know exactly how that works with the AI, but anyway, once again, you see where my teammates are, and you notice that I got to go forward to get some ammo, and you want to be very careful moving forward. Notice how close that rocket came to me right there, and then you see right there, Twin gets hit with a rocket, but notice where he's at. Like, he's behind the thing. I mean, you can be completely out of their line of sight, but sometimes the splash damage from those rockets will still damage you. So you really want to be careful. Obviously, if two rockets hit you back to back, if the first one gives you a red circle, the second one will completely X you out, and you lose a team life and have to respawn. If any of your teammates do happen to get X'd out, which that does not happen in this video, but I just want to point out, if they do, you want to, like, just stop shooting and get completely safe and wait for them to respawn. You don't want to risk you dying until before they respawn, because that would just mess you up pretty bad. And once again, like I said, I'm not going for headshots right here. The best strategy is to just go for center mass, chin nipples triangle, especially if you're using the G-Maul with that 3-round burst, and or actually any of these guns kind of have a, you know, a kickback rise. And if you're aiming at the body, it's most likely that one or two shots will hit in the body, and one or two shots might actually rise up and hit them in the head anyway. Whereas if you're aiming at the head, the most probable thing that's going to happen is one or two shots are going to hit him in the head, and then one or two shots are just going to completely whiff over top of him. So anyway, once that guy's dead, we got a checkpoint. We just made that section look incredibly easy. We're going to run over here. I'm going to pick up this hammer, which is very nice to take to the next section, and I'm going to show you how to get on top of these shipping crates where the guys were, to get some RPGs. Not a bad idea to pick up RPGs and bring them to the next section, even though you only get like 2 rounds. It's still worth firing at the bosses, and you pick up more weapons once you get back there. So that's that tactic. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video. Do a dance, Drake. Yeah, with the hammer. M32.